Just had some tacos, y'all, and I'm just savoring every
I
little
know.
morsel.
I love her hair too.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
so cute. Okay. We are going live. We just went live on everywhere. He's talking about y'all. I feel like I brought some new mics. You feel me? You feel me?
You a mess.
But we are just about to go live on our YouTube, on our Facebook, on Twitch, on Twitter, and everywhere in the hurt. He said, but turn it down a little bit.
Oh, mine's turned down.
It's turned down. So I don't know.
All the way down, as far as it go.
Yeah. But let's kick this thing off. I mean, we're a little,
Coming back from a little 2 week hiatus.
Child, it's starting off a little slow. We don't forgot how to do this thing. So I'm still kind of on social break for myself.
Yeah, she is.
And so now I had to make sure I at least return for what we got going on. You know what I mean? Because me and us and we ain't got nothing to do with Miami Heat won 4 games in a row. Let's keep it positive about the Miami teams. Let's not discuss any other team right now. Let's keep it on Miami Heat. Because child. But anyway, you ready to start, Shay?
I'm ready, boo. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking.
I know my people probably like, where's she at? It's Wednesday, but next week they'll know. See, that's why they supposed to be following Brains and Beauty page to know when we go live. You feel me? So anyway,
I'm ready. What's up, Jason?
What's up, YouTube in the building? I know we haven't done too many alerts, especially on my personal stuff too. So, but we're gonna get this thing started. It's okay. Oh, we do this. We took a big break.
We did. It's 2 weeks. Always seems like it's longer than 2 weeks. So
it really is.
But it's all right. It's all right. We're gonna get back into it real quick.
We gotta pull ourselves. I know I gotta put myself into it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and start this thing. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, podcasters, YouTubers, IGzers, Facebookers, Twitterers, Twitchers, and the whole wide world.
The whole gang.
Yeah, gang. This is Brains and Beauty times 2.
I'm Shayla.
And I'm Miami.
And
today,
officially episode 120, y'all. Officially.
Duns in a dub. 100 in a dub.
It's crazy, but it's officially episode 120. Again, we took a little break to deal with some own, personal things we got going on. But again, we're back today, and we want to go ahead and jump into our topics. If you are new to this, welcome. Make sure that if y'all have any topics y'all want to discuss, make sure y'all drop them in the comments so that we can address them at the end of the show.
Yeah,
it's about an hour, so y'all stick along with us.
Yeah, and everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, everybody on Twitter, and everybody on Twitch. If you comment, we get to see it as well. Yeah, and we get to put you on the screen on those platforms. Yeah. Instagram Live is a whole separate live. Mm-hmm. So their comments are going to be separate. We get to see everybody. Yeah. So what's up, Facebook? Keon Morgan. Shout out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter checking in. Yeah. And of course, what's up to IGZ? So before we start, we always start with either what water I'm drinking tonight. And tonight's water that I have tonight. Mm-hmm. If I can get it open, child.
The cute little
tonight. Bottle. It's a flat. It's not sparkling. So today's flat is Aqua Pana. I know I'm tearing these people's name up. You hear me? I'm tearing their name up. Natural spring water. The smoothest taste is from Tuscany. So.
And y'all know it's room temp because she only drink room temp water. Child.
Even my sparkling water, majority of the time, it's all room temperature. And I like the seal. I like the packaging of it. I like that it was crafted by nature, and it's a 14-year journey to the spring for smooth taste.
Oh my God, I'm so done with you.
So tonight water is a flat tonight, you guys, and it's good. I don't taste no craziness.
We're watching from So You Think You're Ready for Black Love page.
And I like it.
All right, y'all. So, any PSAs before we jump into our topics?
My PSA is a touchy PSA. October is always a crazy month for me. Some months are better than, some years are better than, some October years are better than others.
Okay.
So this October, tomorrow is my twin brother's birthday, and Sunday is my mother's birthday. So, they've been like, it's been like this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So when one birthday comes, the next one is right around the corner. And again, normally when I'm in like new phases in my life and just knowing that, to celebrate a birthday, to celebrate another life of hers, even though she's not here, celebrate another life of my brothers. Some days it's just, you feel me? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, but this year, I think she turns 60. She would have been 60.
Yeah.
I think she would have been. Let me double check.
What was this? She's 61? She was born in 61?
Yeah.
She would have been 60.
60, right?
That's how old my mom is.
Yeah,
60. Yeah.
Because 60. Yeah, 21, 61.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mom would have been 60 on this Sunday. And because it's on a Sunday, I get like, oh my God, you know how my Sundays are.
Yes.
My Sundays is very spiritual to me, not just about church. I just take Sundays I was born on a Sunday afternoon. You feel me? So to know that my mom's birthday is also this Sunday, it's a little touchy for me. And my brothers would have been 35, 4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So then, sometimes it just makes me think about family. It makes me think about people who I consider family, people who I need not to consider family. And just reevaluate.
Yeah. Relationships.
My relationships. You know what I mean? And what's important, what's not important, all that type of stuff. So I get it like in this little mood, this little oomph. But yeah, that's my October all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not sad. It's just
yeah,
type of vibe.
I'm sure it's mixed with great memories as well as, obviously
great memories, and then also the what could have been this week.
Yeah.
What we could have did tomorrow for my brother's birthday, what I could have done on Sunday for my mother's birthday. And I think about all the what ifs, then it kind of goes away, but I still think about it. So yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So I just get in the mood every year. Sometimes, like I said, some years are worse than others, but I'm in a little vibe, and you could probably feel it and see it. So yeah. Aww. That's it. But the first topic for tonight.
Oh, and happy early birthday, Frederick McCoy.
Oh, he'll be 36 on the end of the end of the month.
That's crazy. I didn't realize your brother would have been my brother's age.
Really?
My brother was 35.
What year was he born?
86.
So no, 34.
He's 34. Okay.
Yeah. They were born 87.
That's crazy.
So you see what I mean?
Both our moms 61. We're born day apart.
Your mom is 1 year older than my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother is 1 year older than my brother.
Yes. You
know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So just to imagine you just like who you are right now.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a reality check for myself on some days I hate to think about what I don't have and be grateful for what I do have.
Mm-hmm.
But then when birthdays come along, it's a given what I don't have. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, child, before the waterworks start. We're going to move into our first topic for the night. To everybody else who lost a family member, listen, the only thing you could do, there's not a rule book, there's not a blueprint on how you have to deal with grief and how far away it is and how long it is. There's no time limit on it. Some years are better than other years, and it's been a long time for me. And then different phases of your life, you want those people there. So I want to sum up this to say that it's okay to feel a certain way around those days.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you express it out and get it out and feel it and be okay with that feeling, but also keep it moving and be grateful for the time you did have and what they will imagine you doing today and wanting you to be in a better space too, and not be dwelling on them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So take the time that you have. It's okay to bask in it for a little minute, but don't stay.
Don't stay in it. Absolutely. And just on that note, I think there's been a lot of stories lately of just tragedies. I know locally here there was a young lady. I don't want to mess up her last name because I really don't know how to pronounce it, but her first name was Maya, and she was abducted from someone that she knew, and she was killed. And then I know I've seen it on Instagram a couple of times, just briefly jumping on, a lady who almost had someone run into her house after she was walking in. She knew she was being followed, and they tried to break in, and thank God she was able to get the door closed and lock it before he can get to her.
That's crazy, bro.
But I just want to say that as something to say, like, make sure you guys are, especially women,
well aware of
your surroundings, and just protect yourself. I feel like all women should have something on you at all times. You should have something in your house that's close to your door, close to your bed. All women should have something on them, and just be very mindful of the people who are trying to get close to you, who are around you, who may be lurking around you. Just entering your house, all that stuff all the time, because I just feel like we're hearing way too many stories like this lately, and it's getting real scary, honestly. Yeah. So I know I know lately I've been more so have my head on the swivel when I get in my car, when I take different routes home now. Like I don't want to keep the same routine. Like you just never know. And
another
crazy
thing
out here
too is I was just talking to this yesterday with Ish and Jen. Like when I'm walking to my car, the phone is away. I don't pick up my phone again until I get in my car. And especially at night, even in the daytime, you just got to be aware of who's coming by you. Mm-hmm. And like you just said, like everything you just
where
said.
You park, all of that.
Yeah, all of that. So just ladies, unfortunately, there's a different layer that guys don't have to worry about. So we just got to be just, alert. And then also, you guys, like life is showing that it's just short. You know what I mean? And I know I personally experienced it early, but we are seeing it time and time again with other people that, life is short, and it gives you another reason to enjoy life and do things that you love and love the people that you have in your life and spend the time with them, because tomorrow not promised to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, why not? So not to live YOLO, go crazy now, because you still got a life to really live. But just enjoy it, and those people who are there, great, and those who are not, that's cool as well. But if you got them, y'all love on them people that you have, and don't spend no moment is promised. Next year ain't promised. The end of this year ain't promised. So if you got the people in your life, surround yourself with that if you can.
She tells me this all the time, y'all.
And I just told her that.
She literally told me this when I was walking in the door today.
And she already knows something else I told her what she need to hurry up and do, because who's to say that time is promised to her and that other person? No business being aired out right now. You know what I mean? Like, that time ain't promised either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. 100%.
Especially for Black men. It ain't, you never know. Yeah. So, So that's all. And we're going to start with our topics for tonight.
We're going to get on to the topics, y'all. So topic number one. Okay. So this is probably, I'm going to mention this topic just because, it's clearly, like, literally every day I feel like I see it. So,
okay.
If you have not watched Dave Chappelle's special, The Closer, on Netflix.
I have not watched it, y'all.
She hasn't watched it. I watched a portion of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I was on vacation, came back. I still kind of mentally am on vacation, so I ain't seen it. Mm-hmm. But basically, people were attacking him and trying to get his special taken down from Netflix because he basically made a comment during his special about the baby. We talked about this in previous episodes, but the baby actually, killed someone. I believe it was in Walmart. But he was under attack, or he felt like his life was being threatened, or it was being threatened, and he ended up actually having to kill the man. Again, his music talks about sex, drugs, all of that, violence, all of that kind of stuff, but he wasn't canceled for those things. And that's basically what Dave Chappelle was saying. And now, once he makes a homophobic remark, he's immediately canceled. How is that fair? And do y'all see the difference? That's basically what he was just trying to show or highlight. And it became a really big thing. I don't know how, because I feel like the part that I watched, I don't see how that was disrespectful. He was simply shining light on a difference. And there is clearly a difference. And he ain't the only difference. So I just want to know what y'all think about it. Do you think his special should be taken down? Do you think that he should have never made that comment? And are people doing too much by even wanting his special taken down? And like now they're supposed to be having a what is it? Some transgender employees from Netflix are planning to stage a walkout on October 20th. Just because his special was not being taken down.
Are they quitting, or are they just walking out for a day?
I think they're walking out. I don't know if they're gonna quit. You know, people, that's an individual choice, but I'm sure collectively they all walking out most likely on the 20th, and because Netflix has basically said they're not taking down his special.
Yeah, I think
surprisingly, because I actually thought that they would.
So they standing beside
They're
him.
saying I'm not yeah, I'm gonna stand beside him. That's that literally they said they're not taking it. They have no plans on taking it down.
Yeah, I think the different one of the differences that I know and I see in many different cases is the groups of people, right? So when rappers, people, whoever, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if they're a rapper or not, politician, a sports head, a head coach, anybody. It's about the group of people who takes the action. So if a certain person says something about Black people and says something about the N-word or Black this or Black that, it's up to the Black people to do an outrage. When something is said about short people or white people or gay people, or it's those groups who rally up and defend what it's saying. And I think the big difference sometimes is that we really don't care as much about none of that got going on, except unless we're getting killed by the police.
Yeah.
Right. So we let a lot of stuff slide. We have let a lot of stuff slide for a very long time. When it comes to us coming together as a one race,
collective
one
issues
community,
in our own community,
and within our own community against our own community.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we just let things go like it's not that big of a deal. Like, but when we see other groups who think it's a big of a deal, it's like it's their big of a deal. You know what I mean? Just because it's not big of a deal to us, when other people, even them, which are different races outside of our race, just because we don't think it's a big deal, when they say the N-word, we done heard it for centuries and since we got over here. You know what I mean? And or since they came over, because some of us was already over here, baby. You feel me? I just think it's up to the groups of people. And again, we are in a free country type of world where you can say whatever you want to say, but you can also defend what you want to defend. And that's the yin and the yang of America. The yin and the yang of America is freedom of speech, freedom of a lot of stuff. So some people look at it as being too sensitive, and I get it. But at the same time, we are in America. And everybody has the right to either step up for themselves or not step up for themselves. And can we really point fingers at those who want to step up for themselves? Or should we look at ourselves and say, we should step up for ourselves more as well? You know what I mean? Just like them.
Yeah.
We should go ham when they people do stuff. And when we feel threatened about stuff, and make it as high, ultra sensitive, like everybody else makes it high alert and get it done. You know what I mean? I think we just need to do better as a collective. We're always not collective in a lot of things. Yeah. But though, everybody else is kind of collective.
Yeah.
We're always a broken up society and we don't stand together. So it starts within, and we can't blame other people, other races, other groups, other lifestyles of people that want to stand up for themselves. But do I think every time something happens, should something come down? And if that's the case, everything should just come down, because there's always going to be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we still got to respect people's sensitivity on why they feel the way they feel. But we can't blame that, because we can't start saying us versus them when we really don't care. But they care. But I don't think it should come down. I think comedians should have the freedom to do that. And people think It's a fine line because maybe they really do feel like that, and or maybe they don't. You know what I mean? I have no idea, but the way how this thing is going, man, it's like, so that you do one thing, two things, you just get canceled out.
Yeah,
and it's sad that you gotta walk on eggshells in America. So that's why I say it's a yin and a yang.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you're free to do it. It comes with some consequences, as we can see, but at the same time, you should still be free to say it. You know?
Yeah. Well, no, I definitely feel like again, there's definitely an attack on freedom of speech, but at the same time, I feel like in what he was describing and what he was explaining, I feel like we're so big on this, like, canceling people and taking people's stuff down just because you don't like something they say. That's insane. Like, come on, bro. Come on, stop.
Yeah.
His point was simply, he was just basically showing the difference. And I'm trying to find who said it. Someone said it best. Okay, Robbie G actually said it on YouTube. He was simply comparing the killing of a black man versus his stand-up, and
it's
how a black man's death is less important, or seemingly less important, than jokes. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody died over there. Jokes about the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Like, LGBT. I'm sorry if I'm saying it incorrect, because I don't even know how many letters is in it no more, but y'all know what we talking about. And it's getting ridiculous now. Like, you can't canceling people just because you don't like something that they say is crazy.
Yeah.
He was simply stating a comparison. That's all.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying that he agreed with certain things. All he was saying was that he was stating that there is an obvious difference.
Yeah, like I say, and one of the differences is our group.
Yeah.
That's one of the differences.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just blatant that it's just black, and it ain't going, when we go missing, it's different. But at the same time, we still let a lot of things slide as a community, and we don't stand up as hard.
We let a lot of things slide in our own community.
Are we walking out our jobs on the same day? We can't even kneel on a football field together and collectively. Yeah. We can't even protest for 4 years like IE. You know what I mean? And some people are still protesting. So it's just like, if we don't come together like how they come together, like, it's layered. But I get it. Like, he should be able to compare, and he was right. Shoot, sometimes Peter has a better, a stronger case and a stronger situation versus a black life.
Yeah.
Animals, they'll care for animals real quick over a black life. But then once again, look at Peter. Peter has become this organization that goes ham for animals.
Yeah.
We got to make sure we have the same thing. And that, again,
we have to keep the same, and we have that same energy for our own people. We got to have
the same energy.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, I just saw something, looking for something about how Meek Mill, right? Okay, so Meek Mill had got this new cover on his bus. Yeah. And he has a black woman with her butt and busting it open. Mm-hmm. Okay, is there a black women's coalition like a PETA? Or are we gonna stand up and say, you know what? Forget that, Meek Mill. We're gonna cancel Meek Mill. We're done with Meek Mill. But how we are as people, we're like, child, whatever.
Yeah.
Can we now accept the fact that we let a lot of stuff slide? We just keep it moving and kind of just mind our business. But can we say, you know what? But those people don't want to accept it and keep it moving and mind their business. They want to fight for their people. PETA want to fight for their pets. They made it to where PETA is a real. You imagine somebody starting this organization about protecting pets, and look where it's at now.
Yeah.
Like, they go ham. Like, it's a real organization. It ain't just a few people who came together with, like, yeah, we finna protect the pets. Like, PETA is a well-recognized organization. They go high, dark, like, die hard for animals. And that's a beautiful thing. But again, you can't be faulting us because we want to eat meat. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, can we really fault them? The gay community, they go hard for each other. They stand together, black, white, whoever. You gay community and everything else that falls underneath gay homosexuality and everything else in the name, they stick together and they fight for each other. We just don't.
Yeah, I just think it's being taken way too seriously right now. Like, come on, you can't even joke no more. So y'all, I really feel like we need to just grow up in that sense. And again, freedom of speech is exactly that, freedom of speech. And people could say and feel how they want to feel. If you don't want to support them, just don't support them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, stop putting things in people's mouths and actually listen to what they're saying. No, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I absolutely get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying.
We just can't be mad
tired of like, I'm just so tired of, of that, of us constantly trying to cancel someone again, completely negating other things that you've seen about them. But the moment you tell a joke, no one died, no one got hurt, none of that stuff. But now all of a sudden you trying to stop.
Like, for example, I've been on social media break, and I know I got an alert about Donald Trump. I get the Apple News, and the news come on my phone. Mm-hmm. And now they're about to be taken off my phone. They almost like social media. Yeah. So anyway, I saw where Trump came out and said the Haitians with AIDS.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about this, because Trump, white man, has talked about the Haitians coming over here, they got AIDS. But when the baby said about the AIDS and homosexual, like, again, it goes back to who are the groups. Mm-hmm. The Haitians should have stepped up. I'm not Haitian, I can't say it, but I am part of the AIDS community because of my mother and my brothers. So I stand up for advocacy about HIV and AIDS. Mm-hmm. But as a collective, we did not stand up against Trump and say, you know what, Trump need to be canceled, because he should have never said Haitians coming over here with AIDS and giving everybody AIDS. And it's not even AIDS, it's HIV. Okay, let's start with the education part. But did we stand together and go after Trump on how he said that? No, we did not stand together and go after him as if the other groups do. So I just want to make sure we understand, yes, as we move on in this life, everything is going to be hypersensitive moving forward. Yeah. But if we're not going to stand up for our own people and for our own, we can't be mad at other groups and other nationalities who want to stand up, or even pets groups who want to stand up and go ham for their people. And that's all I'm going to say. But is it right? No. You should be able to say what you got to say, but don't be mad when these people step up for themselves. Just because we ain't.
I really just wish that we were collectively stood together more on things that affect our own community. Trey? So what's up, Trey?
But next question for today.
Go ahead, boo.
Next topic. So trying to get these topics, y'all, it was hard for me today because
she's been on a break.
I've been trying to find what to talk about. I did see something about some red flags. So what are some red flags when you're dating somebody, trying to take things serious, or just dating, that just throw some random red flags out there?
What are some red flags?
That should be like, you know what, I'm done with this person.
Immediate is if you don't praise my God, I'm good. That's an immediate red flag for me.
Girl, praise your God. Praise the God.
The God, you know what I mean? For me. Like whatever else y'all got going on, that's on you. But if you're not on the kind of spiritual thing I'm on, that's an immediate red flag for me. I'm good.
Oh, that's a good one.
It doesn't matter what else you're talking about.
Yeah.
You can be a millionaire, whatever, have the whole package. That right there exits you immediately.
Yeah. Definitely. Ding ding, agree. If I had a bell.
Robbie G says never invited to their home. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Never invited to their home.
It depends. I remember it took me some time for somebody to come into my house.
I'm about to say it depends on how long you've known them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but that's still a good one though.
That is a good one. Trill Talk said if she say she only have male friends.
Yeah, I would say only. Yes, I would say that's a red flag. Yeah, I would agree with you on that, Trill Talk.
Okay.
I think that's a little weird. Only, not once.
Benjamin Trey on IG, he said no life goals or drive for progression is a red flag.
Absolutely, Trey. With me and Trey talk about it all the time. Oh yeah.
Gotta have them life goals, baby. Got to drive to want to do something.
Yeah.
Extra.
Red flag. What's another red flag?
Red flag coming from YouTube. Robbie said you rarely go out. It's a red flag.
Rarely.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess again, if you're a homebody or somebody who just kind of don't like to go out places and that's your thing, I can understand how that would be a red flag for you.
You know what? Yeah, let me add that in there too.
Like, what if what if you're a homebody and somebody says, I always want to go out? That would be a red flag for you. Like
it ain't gonna work.
No, that ain't gonna work because I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Trill Talk added, if all her pictures are filtered.
That's a good one, Trill.
That's your red flag.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
A red flag to me, like a big one, is.
I thought he was gonna say you never without makeup if you don't never see her with makeup on. Like, wait, what if the makeup is always on and
that's filtered too?
That is filtered,
kind of in a way.
That's true. That's true.
One of mine is taking your phone everywhere you go. We put up to the gas station.
It got to come out.
You taking your phone off the charger, if it's an aux cord or whatever, if it's not connected, that means the music was playing, you walked out to leave me in a car without music or something just because you went to the gas station. Like,
oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, I'm in the car, I'm in the passenger seat, and your phone is just chilling,
and you grab it before you walk out. Yeah,
to get gas. You can't leave it there.
They want you peeping.
Or if you go to the bathroom, like, for example, we pull up and you got to go to the bathroom somewhere. You can't just go run in there and go to the bathroom and come back out. You got to take your phone with you, or you take your phone with you in the shower while I'm, like, sitting here. If your phone is on the charge, you just take your phone with you. Like, I don't know. That ain't it. What?
Trey, we here. Okay, so Trey on IG says, disrespect for their parents and family. I'm going to tell you right now, disrespect your mama and daddy, and we really don't have nothing. And I mean, it's the first time I see it, and I'm good. Like, that's one thing I definitely don't play with, and I don't like it. I don't like when I see other people do it, the disrespect which to your parents and stuff. That would be an absolute red flag for me, and I'm good. I'm good. Because if you can't treat your mama right, you can't treat your daddy right, I ain't nobody to you. I ain't your blood. That mean, how you gonna treat me? No. I'm good.
Okay. YouTube, Jason says, don't care about hygiene, feet, nails clean, mouth.
Except, I'm guessing he was saying etc.
Oh, etc. I'm about to say, what's itching?
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. So I mean, all of these great red flags. Again, it's about what you're looking for. So anything that's outside of what you're looking for should be a red flag. Anything outside of it.
Agreed.
Well, mostly. I can't say anything because some things we just nitpick on, but those big things, those morals, your values, anything that's outside of what you consider morals and values and important to you and life goals, and they ain't on your wave, red flag.
And it's like when you get into your house, why you gotta hang up? You just walking into your house. I'm gonna call you back up for walking in my house. Why? Who at the house? Who in the house? When you open the door, who gonna greet you?
Oh Lord,
hello.
That's a a definite another one.
It's so many red flags, child. But
What's up, Eddie Uptown?
It's just good to know that was trending and everybody could just like, hey, peep what's going on and don't ignore them. Like, I remember ignoring some red flags and child. Oh, my younger days, girl. I don't know what she was talking about and doing.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Tracer, or they always put their phone face down. Now that's a definite red flag.
No. Because
always,
I'm a face downer.
Oh no, not. Don't matter what we doing or talking about, and it's always like you make it a note to put it down. To me, that's a red flag for a man.
For a man,
because I feel like, I mean, for a woman, I feel like we do it for certain reasons.
What would be the reason?
Like, I put my phone face down if I'm around certain people that I don't need to like to see that's I'm in my phone in something or something like that. But other than that, I don't feel like they really need to be face down for no other reason. Or actually, I think that this camera be flashing and stuff like. And
let me just tell you, I really have my phone's face down like all the time.
You actually do always have your face down.
Because sometimes I be really in a conversation and I don't want to see an email. I don't want to see a text. And I'm my love language is my time. Yeah. Right. So I like to give undivided time and attention. So I don't like, even when I'm working, like if I'm with one of my clients, my phone is on silent and I don't even allow. Sometimes I be mad when I did not put my phone on silent and it rings and I'm with somebody else and I be like, dang, like that's so disrespectful. So I like to give my undivided, my full attention. And of course I can't do it every time I'm in front of somebody, but when it's something like important, like I just really have a habit of turning it down. Like even sometimes when I'm by myself, I just don't want to see the phone light up. Like,
I actually did that when I was on my vacation. I took a note out of your book. I actually did that.
Really?
Yeah, it was different. You know, I don't normally do that.
Because Shayla always in her
my
phone.
My phone is always kind of fake. All my phone, even though most people will tell you it's hard to get in contact with me, my phone is normally face up. So even though I may not be paying attention to it, but I made it a note
for nothing.
Yeah, it's face up for no reason, really. But I made it a note to like keep it down, to like give my husband my undivided attention on my vacation, and it was like
I just feel different. Like I just love when people can be in the moment, and I take that personally. Again, maybe another person isn't like that, and that's fine. But I'm like that. Yeah. And I feel good when I do it. I feel like I've accomplished something that I wanted to accomplish for that person. Like they have my undivided attention, and they can't say they didn't because I was there and I
shows
did.
That you can.
Yeah.
And also it shows you care.
Yeah, and it's just again, that's my love language. I can't help my love language. And when I do that, I take it very serious. So if I'm in front of you and it's very serious, like I hate that. Like you on your phone, you scrolling in front of me.
Ooh, not the
like for example, if we're at a dinner or a lunch or something, like everything else is more important than, maybe that's a red flag to somebody right there. She said what? Yes, I said if I'm in front of you and you scrolling, is the scroll more important than us having a conversation right now about any other thing than the phone, especially a social media scroll. Like it's one thing you got to get in your phone and you have business to take care of. Baby, handle your business. But if you're just seamlessly scrolling, we can really like have a conversation.
I hear you.
We're in the house, we're watching a movie. You're not even in the moment of just being there. I feel like you're not even there. I could just do that at my own house, baby.
I got you. I understand.
No matter if it's a male or female, I don't need you around me if you're not present. What's the point?
Yeah.
Just to have a body, I'd rather not have the body. I don't like body counts anyway.
All right. And Trill Talk says if he has a conversation with himself in your DM when you never respond,
that's a red flag.
I would think that's a red flag. You answer your own questions and talking to me and I ain't responding to no comments. I must say that's a good red flag too.
Face down, you're more important than my phone when we're together. Exactly. So I think the face down thing, depending on what it is, Trey, depending on where you at and what you're doing all the time, now that's different. But if I'm trying to give you my undivided attention, that's why my phone is down.
I think as I guess another option to that would be if you in your phone and you always hitting one of these. That would be a red flag for me.
If the other person is doing it?
Yeah, like you always side eyeing my phone, my texts, my everything. Like what you got going on over there?
So you like this and
you hitting one of these right here.
What about the person be like this? Is that a red flag? Like
no, because my phone would still be like this, but I'm gonna turn my head and just stare at you like.
But what if the person go like this? That's a red flag.
For me it depends.
You just
can't, because why am I all like this in your phone?
Yeah, but why you just can't finish it out?
It'd be something different if I'm like this and you hitting one of these, and that's different because you can't tell if I'm looking or not. But if I'm blatantly looking and you turn your phone, to me that's just a reaction of what I'm doing.
Oh Lord. This social media and cell phone thing is a trip. I'm glad I didn't have a phone when I was dated.
Yeah,
you've seen the before and after of social media.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's like, if they claim their exes are their roommates. Ooh.
No, if you claim your ex is your best friend.
Oh,
I've heard that so many times. Oh.
My baby mama, we just roommates.
Come on now. We're not even gonna play like that.
For the kids.
We're not even gonna play like that. We're not even gonna play. I'm not gonna play with you. You ain't gonna play with me. Don't play with my time, baby. Go find you someone else to play with. No, ma'am.
Anywho.
But anyway, that's some really good red flags. Yeah, y'all. They are. Really good red flags. So just always be aware. Red flags are whatever is outside of what you own.
1 will lead to 2, and 2 will lead to 3, and 3 will lead to 10. So don't let them pass up.
Big facts. All right. Let's see.
Trill Talk say, hold on. My ex is my best friend. Go ahead. Topic. Go, Shayla.
Trill. Are you serious or you being funny? I don't know if the smiley face is you being funny or you dead serious. Anywho. Let's see. All right. I gotta pick one. Okay.
Pick one.
So I think we've kind of discussed this before, but we discussed it in a different way, so I'm going to ask it a different way.
Okay.
A Kenyan High Court judge declared being a housewife a full-time job that should be payable and is payable. She declared it a payable job.
From who? The government or her husband?
She was a Kenyan. It was some case she was on, and she was basically, I guess she went in the honor of the wife of saying yes, a housewife should be paid for her service. Okay, like he just came back.
It's trying to come back.
It's trying anyway.
Hold on, give us a second.
Okay, our lips are back.
Is it moving?
Yeah.
Y'all still there?
Yeah, I think everyone's still there. Okay. So basically, should a full-time housewife should her job be payable? Do y'all agree or disagree?
It depends on where it's coming from. Is a full-time housewife getting paid by the government, or is she getting paid by her husband?
That was actually something that I was questioning. But I mean, do you think a housewife should be paid? A full-time housewife should be paid? Period. Doesn't matter who it's from. Do you think it should be a payable job?
Yeah. If it's coming from the government, baby, it's gonna be so many housewives. And they better be careful with that. But if it's coming from the husband, should she have a separate? But then you got to think about. Then it goes deep. But we're doing this for the family. I'm going to work to get the money. You staying home to do that, and we're doing this as a family. So what's yours is mine, and what mine is yours. But if the government doing it, honey, I would be a housewife too, Angela. So quick. I would declare myself a housewife to myself. You hear me?
Okay, Trill Talk TV says if he paying all the bills, she is getting paid.
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like what's yours is mine.
Well, I think okay, so I'm trying to take it out of the context of him paying off all the bills, because obviously if she's getting paid, then he wouldn't be paying all the bills.
But that's too rich for my blood. I can't even think about this topic.
I mean, I don't know how that would work. I don't know how that would become a job. But again, I do see it as a job.
No, it is a job. You just try to figure out who's paying for it, because if it's your husband paying for it, would that mean you get allowance?
I don't think it would be your husband paying for it. I don't think.
But if it's a government, how they gonna say you a housewife? Because baby, everybody will become a housewife.
Well, think about it. A certain amount of money, I guess. Think about it.
Think about it. Government replace that salary. You gonna be at home.
Well, you know they cheap. They probably wouldn't replace it like they should.
Would you be at home?
I mean, it would depend on if my husband was okay with it. I mean, me personally, I feel like I was always one who wanted to be able to, like, provide for my kids and stuff, but I don't want to be in the house with you all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to be
stuck like I'm forced to always be home just in how where I basically like lose my own life and my own individuality and stuff. But at the same time, I think as I've gotten older and I'm kind of getting closer to the whole motherhood thing, I don't know. I'm starting to kind of change my opinion on that.
Get it, housewife.
I'm not gonna say, not that I necessarily want to be a housewife, but I definitely want to be. There's certain things that I want to be able to do, and I think I discussed this with you before. I want to be able to take my child to school, pick them up from school, go to certain go to their school events, go to their practices, and all that. I want to be able to do those things. Yeah. So I'm not necessarily saying I want to be at home so I can do those things, but I definitely want to have the opportunity to have the flexibility to be able to do that. So if I can work on my own kind of schedule, and where I'm getting paid, but I can still make those things, I would love that. So that's why I say I kind of am teeter-tottering with how I feel about that now. But before it was like, hell no.
Yeah. I don't mind not having like the job per se, or whatever a job description is supposed to be. I mean, not, how can I say it? Not having one is what I mean. Like, I'm not going to be at home doing nothing. I have to do something. Yeah. You know, like I'm going to be able to, like, I have to do something. Like, that's it. Like, in this case, I'm going to be doing something regardless in how my life going, baby. We gonna figure that thing out. You know what I mean? But saying like going to a regular job, like a job or whatever a job's supposed to be, I don't have to have a job, but I will do things that I'm passionate about, and I will do things that I love. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I would love to take my child, like have like a personal nanny or something that like goes with me and like brings the kid, and I can still be around my child all the time, but someone is actually helping me take care of them so I can actually focus on work. I would like that.
Yeah.
I would definitely like that.
I know, like, depending on how my life is projecting to go, like, I think whoever my husband gonna be, and I don't know what he does for a living or anything like that, but we may have to have assistance due to what I want to do in my life, and not to be selfish towards my kids. Like, I grew up different. Like, my mom had to separate. Not to say it was a good thing, but I built independence around her not being there as much. So if I have to go to work, I think my kids will be able to see me still working, still see my husband working, and see that work is part of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want them to see, like, oh my gosh, she's juggling. You know what I mean? And that's just my point of view, only because of how I was raised. And I know those who had the privilege to have, like, especially those people I know, like, by name right now, who I played sports with, and their parents was always there. And it was dope. Like, at one point I was like, dang, my mom and my daddy don't never come to my games. You know what I mean? But it still paid off for me too, because I could take care of myself.
They taught you a lesson that maybe those people didn't learn.
And they're dependent on their parents. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's a fine line sometimes. And I think having a healthy balance of both and showing them the importance of both, not too overbearing on one or the other, because overbearing on one and not being it at all can be detrimental as well.
Depending on the child.
Yeah.
Depending on the child.
So, yeah, good topic.
Also, yeah. Trill Talk says, I came with you. If the government pays her, they go into Section 8 inspections to make sure the house right. If he pays her no nagging, take your issues to human resources. You know what?
My God, who's gonna be human resources?
I cannot. But I definitely think it is a full-time job, and I wish they would come up with some kind of way for compensation. Because again, that's why you think so many men just clear.
Or maybe it's not compensation. Maybe it's like free, like, spas and free, like, meditation rooms and massages and stuff like that from the government. But hey, I'm just a little girl in a little world with a big spirit going where I'm gonna go. Okay, next question for tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Is, how do y'all feel about this whole Kyrie situation about the vaccine? He shouldn't be playing in the NBA until he get it, and if he don't get it, he just won't play. Like, this is where the world is going. Like, so basically the man, How do y'all? I don't even know how to ask that. Like, how do y'all feel? Because I know we always have
about
guys
mandated vaccinations, basically.
Yeah, mandated vaccinations for especially something like the NBA or, for example, Southwest. I saw that was an alert that came on my phone. Southwest, boycott. Yeah, boycotting due to the whole vaccine and the pilots. Like, we ain't got to take the vaccine now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So.
Imagine. So okay, so
Lord,
I'm gonna put it up there. Eric Thomas on YouTube says Magic played with AIDS. He can play without the vaccine.
That's not true. Magic Johnson did not play with HIV. They told him he had to quit. So Magic Johnson actually had to retire, believe it or not. Up to a certain point, they was trying to make him play, but the players wasn't comfortable. And I get it, like, but if you're vaccinated,
you didn't know about anything about it.
Yeah, but if you're vaccinated and Kyrie comes in, but you vaccinated, why are you worried about the unvaxxed in the NBA when you vaxxed?
Because remember, a vaccination don't necessarily mean that a vaccinated person can't get it.
So that's
it still passes it along. The whole point is for you not to get as sick to the point where you can die from it.
And that's what Kyrie's basically saying. That I was trying to do like Devil's 22, whatever. Like that's what he's trying to say. Like, what's the point of me getting the vaccine if we still can get sick?
So Robbie G on YouTube says it's a personal decision, but when your decision may have adverse effect on others, then it's a problem. Okay. And I would say I would agree with that to a certain degree again, but I don't know how good it is that jobs can mandate what you do about your health.
Yeah. Cause y'all ain't
it'll probably go further than this is the reason why I'm saying that. This is a little different because again, this is affecting everybody, and this is not like a disease that affects a couple of thousand people or whatever. Like this is affecting everyone, but I don't know how good that is or how well it is that jobs are now telling you what you have to do, and there's no alternative. Like, oh, you have to get vaccinated or you can't work here.
Yeah. Trill Talk said there's some hospitals in North Carolina that fired over 2,000 people because they didn't want to get vaccinated.
They did that in New York too.
My thing is, if you want to be so health conscious, okay, maybe this vaccination thing is like a beginning or a start. Mm-hmm. If these companies want to be so health conscious, how about you give days for mental health reasons? And some companies are doing it. They're giving their employees a week off to just have paid week off to really gather their thoughts and have a mental health week paid off, right? Mm-hmm. If you care about your employees, how about you give them better options for lunches? Give them gym memberships. And some companies do, but what I'm saying, if y'all gonna be so pinpointy, like, let's go all in with health then. Let's do this thing. Let's go deep with health. And how about you give your employees, a 60-day supply of vitamin C, 100 milligrams and not 500. You know what I mean? Filtered.
Well,
I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to say, like, if y'all gonna do this whole thing, health thing, if this thing is so, like, help somebody with their immune system, then maybe that's the option.
I just think because there's still so little that we know stuff, but we don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? We don't know as much stuff as we want to know. Again, I just feel like it's. I changed my decision on I don't even say I changed it, but I feel like I decided to eventually get it for reasons of my own. But I still feel like I get where they're coming from because again, you're not talking about something that if you get it, it only affects you. It affects everybody that touches you, that comes in contact with you, that touches that ball, that speaks to you, whatever. So I get it, but at the same time, I just don't know how good that is that jobs can dictate what you insert into your body. A drug test and all that other kind of stuff. Someone else, I think Robert G said that a drug test and what you wear are totally different. That's not something that's going into your body.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that's going into your body. I do feel like it should be a personal decision, but at the same time, so many people out here, I just feel like just being reckless, and they just not really understanding the severity of how detrimental this has been and how many people have literally died within days of symptoms. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not nothing to play with. I understand they're trying to change it around, but companies now are getting serious because it's affecting the bottom line. Let's just keep it real. It's affecting the bottom line, and they don't want to keep going through this and going back and forth and shutting down, and now we got to do this. Now we got to go play in the bubble. Now people can't come to work. They don't want to go through that no more. So they're trying to figure out what's the best solution. Okay, let's mandate it. So now you have no choice. But since states and stuff, and it looks like they about to start doing it anyway, where you can't go to the grocery store, you can't go to the movies, you can't go to festivals, you can't go to concerts. I mean, even here recently, Miami Carnival was this weekend. You couldn't go in there without a vaccination, or you had to get the test done that day. And I think the people who were playing Carnival had to do it 3 days prior.
But that's my thing. They did. This is my thing. Okay, you bringing up the test thing is exactly what I'm about to get at. Because if Kyrie does not want to take the thing, or whoever else in the NBA, they did the bubble test forever for a whole. They made that thing work before vaccination. You understand? They forced them in the middle of a pandemic to make sure. We was all like, man, just let the season just pass. Wait till next year. NBA said, nah, we're going to find a way around this thing before a vaccine. Every day, those men had to test for COVID. So my thing is, give the guys options. Maybe they don't want to take the test for a lot of reasons. Everybody know Kyrie just went vegan. He just went a whole different lifestyle. And it may not be for religious. It may not be on paper as a religious reason, purpose. But my thing is, if y'all force these men to plan the whole bubble for season 2020, y'all can at least give the man the option to test. So for those who don't want to take the vaccine, as y'all did in the bubble, y'all had moved these men to Orlando for months. Y'all rented out spaces for them. Y'all really made that season happen before a vaccine.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna have this man get out of the league because he don't want to take the vaccine now. But what you did last year was test every player without a vaccine. So all I'm saying is be fair. Bring the testing back, at least for something like that. Like, for those who don't want to do it, just bring the testing. If the festivals can do it, like you said, you had to come through the gate and have a negative result. You think you pull up, you Kyrie or whoever, pull up to go play this game for the NBA, who makes millions off of these men, which we showed they made real big millions. They cared so much about making millions, they threw them boys in a bubble. And if the test is negative, he go play. If the test is positive, he off 2 weeks. So I'm not understanding that part of it.
Well,
it's an option.
I think for me, it's how accurate is that though? Because technically, you can have it.
How accurate is anything? The doggone vaccine not even accurate.
No, it's not. You know, but I would say the testing daily would be less accurate than that. So I don't know. I just don't think it should be something they can mandate.
They did it for months. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, they definitely did it for months.
They tested these men for months every day. They tested the staff. They tested everybody. They tested the people who was in there giving the food. Boy, men got in trouble for sneaking in Uber food because those people who gave them food wasn't tested. So all I'm saying is, don't mandate it and kick the man out.
Yeah,
just test him. It ain't like you have to in this season. You don't have to have millions of tests per day. It's just a few select people have not done it for many reasons, and we all know Kyrie is on that type of vibe, and it's not deemed a religion or approved to say he can't, eat a certain way. Like when he first went vegan, like everybody was like, "What are you doing, bro? Like you look sick. Like you're not gonna be able to pull up. You're not gonna be able to stand up with the rest of the guys."
Yeah.
And he proved them wrong. So all I'm saying is, man, like get a man like a test. Like just get a man a test. Like
I mean, everything right now is, everything right now is their policies and all of that stuff is just a test to see what works and what don't. So, hopefully, like I said, I'm so ready for this to be over and for this to be figured out.
We far from it, but it's just like, man, like get people options. Like, don't just put everybody in this same. It just reminds me of the Divergent movie, honey, because I'm a Divergent. If y'all ever see that movie, I'm one of those people. Don't be putting people in just one way. But anyway, moving on. Next topic, before we go to our final, and we ask you guys what you want us to talk about tonight on our last topic for tonight. Put it in the comments right now if you have a question for us. We have approached our hour. So if you have a question for us, you want us to answer something, rather be personal, broad, just for Shayla, go ahead and put it in the comments below. But my last thing I'm gonna end us off before you guys give us a question is when you're cutting people off. What, Jay?
When you're cutting people off.
Child, when you cutting these people off in your life, is it about money? Is it majority time spiritual? Or is it growth? Or how would you number it? If you could number it from 1, 2, and 3, what's the main reason you cut people off? Is it because you're just growing? Is it a spiritual situation? Or is it about money?
I'm gonna definitely say 1 spiritual, 2 growth, 3 money. I value my peace. I value my peace, and I don't like anybody to mess with that. So, I feel like a lot of people's lives are strenuous and harder than they should be because they don't value their peace, and they allow a lot of foolishness and craziness in their space. And just based off of my faith alone, I'm good. I only allow certain energy, certain people, all of that to even be close, because I don't want negativity and other outside forces to affect what the Lord has for me. In my day to day, in my life period. So I'm good on that. So I'm gonna say spiritual, then growth, and then money, because money is.
So you want to cut people off due to money issues?
It would depend. It would have to depend on what the capacity is. Like, are we in a working business like relationship together, and you cheating me, or you doing A, B, C, and D? That would be different. I feel like I don't know if I would cut you off, like we can't never talk no more. Maybe I just would never do business with you no more. To me, it's different. But I don't feel like it don't have to be nasty. It's just it didn't work out.
Frederick McCoy said cut people off is getting easier and easier.
I mean, it truly is, but I feel like people make it hard because you have to turn it into like this all-out war. And sometimes things just don't work out, and you're just not the best for me. And so I have to remove myself and back off. Doesn't mean that you're a terrible person, nothing like that. I just gotta, I gotta protect the energy that's around me. That's all.
Yeah.
And that's just how I am. This is how I am most of the time. Like, I just won't let you affect it.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree. Trill Talk said it has to be trust. Cutting people off that you don't trust is one of his things. Jason on YouTube, he said his cutoff will start with spiritual, and then he'll cut people off for growth, and then money will be last.
Yeah, my order too.
Robbie G said growth and spiritual is the main reason why he has to cut people off. YouTube again from Soldier Man says mostly it is about money. Yes, it's spiritual growth, but it all ties with loyalty. And not everyone is on the same page as you, but don't help those who refuse to help you. In my past, I've had to cut people off due to money, not because of the money, the principle behind it.
Yeah, right. So there you go. That's
the principle.
It's the principle. It's never the money for me.
It's the characteristics.
Yeah.
It's your belief system behind that.
Yeah, and how much you value it over being morally sound and all that.
And morals behind it. So that means you chose the money over the friendship.
Yeah. There we go.
Girl.
There we go. That's an absolute no.
Yes, sometimes the spiritual must be cut, But sometimes before you even get that, you see the spiritual stuff coming.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You see that you have to pull back because people are either, and sometimes it's not even all that. Like I have conversations, and I am in places where people are not believers of God. I don't cut them off and say, I'm not gonna be around them heathens. You know what I mean? I'm there just in case one day they want to hit that light, baby. They gonna see this light. They gonna feel this light. I'm gonna be right in their face. What's good? God is here, baby. Jesus is in me. He is here. He has arrived. Yes. So sometimes for me, it's not all spiritual too, but your characteristics behind stuff, and when it comes to growth, like how your mindset is. So for me, it's like growth, money, and spiritual. Because spiritually, depending on which way it go though, because you can't be always knocking me now. Like you can't be always talking down to about the Lord.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I have to protect that first.
Yeah.
The growth thing, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But that's mine. But mine is growth, growth, money and spiritual. Because it's just characteristics, morals, and all that is very big for me. And sometimes it is behind money. And I don't wish, like I said a couple of weeks ago, like, just because I cut you off don't mean I want hell for you. I just cut you off because it's just not for us to entertain each other.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want to.
It's not good for me.
I don't want to. Yeah, it ain't good for me. But I don't wish bad for you. Nope, I want the best for you. It's just, not in my space, in my orbit. In my universe, I don't want that in my area.
Yeah.
But I always will wish you well and always hope the best for you. I just want to be there to witness it.
Amen.
I just trust God that He'll take you where you need to go.
Where you need to go.
I don't have to witness that whole journey
growth
anymore.
And all.
Yeah, I don't have to witness their journey to say, oh my God, I'm witnessing that journey. I don't have to. I pray that all works out for you, and whatever that comes with, that's great for you. And I really mean that.
Good. That's a good point. That was a good one. The way you broke it down. Yeah.
And then lastly, we have Soldier Man. He said mostly it's about money. Yes, it's spiritual. Oh, I already read that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we thank y'all. Trill Talk said what y'all been doing these past 2 weeks. We're gonna end with that.
What we've been doing. Somebody actually had a question up here. Let me see if we get right here. Topic suggestion. Robbie G. Would you prefer a marriage that is a union or a partnership? Oh, that's a good one.
Back is coming back. All right, so let's do it again. Where it was?
Go up a little bit. Oh no, go down. Sorry. Right there. So, all right, Robbie G. Sorry, there was a little glitch on the system. Topic suggestion: would you prefer a marriage that is a union or a partnership? Would you prefer a marriage that is a union or a partnership?
Child. Let's define union.
Let's define the difference, because maybe I'm seeing them as the same. But
really,
a union or a union is what you become one. Y'all join into one. And then partnership is me and it's you, and we side by. I'm gonna have to say union.
Dang, that's a hard one.
It is hard because I feel like, you should be partners, but it's, for me, I think it's more so of a union. When you're married, you should become one. I think a lot of the reasons why marriages end is because people see themselves as individuals more so than as one. And so I would say I would probably prefer, I'm gonna say, more of a union than a partnership. Like, yeah, we are partners, life partners for life. That's my dog. I got papers on that. But we most certainly are a union. I'm gonna have to go with the union one.
I'm gonna have to, if we had to choose one, because you already had union. So I'm gonna say partnership, just because y'all know how I do this. I'm gonna say partnership. Here's why. Because I remember hearing soon as you said that, it made me think of a couple who's been together, I think like 30 some years or something like that. They said there are two individual people still to this day who decides every day to be together,
to choose to be together. Absolutely.
Right? But there's still two individual people with their side by side with their own feelings, their own way of life, their own.
Absolutely.
So I would say, in a perfect world, I would love to be union and always like this.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
But I have no problem with doing this thing, this marriage life, like a team. I'm a whole individual person. You are your whole individual person. I have the way I do things you may not like. You have the things you do that I may not like, but we still choose every day to be side by side, walking life like this. And this is still together. You know what I mean? We're still together. It may not be like this 24/7, 365 for 100 years, but we still decide to walk side by side as a partner and make sure the other person does not lack, which is still kind of like a union, and make sure the team still wins when the other person lacks.
So a union means that you're not an individual person? I'm just curious, like, what's the difference?
Union, I think the union puts a lot of pressure on people becoming one brain. And there's literally...
Oh, no. I don't mean it like that.
No. I know you don't. I'm saying the union puts pressure to, like, you guys should be on the same beat every day. For me, it's more of a partnership. Like, I'm going, you could be Jordan, I'm going to be Pippen, and
she love that analogy, y'all.
You could be Jordan, which is your whole self. I'm going to be Pippen, and I'm going to be Rodman together in one. And you could be Jordan. So I'm two people, you one person. And that's fine. But just know, we move differently, separately. But when we together as a partnership, baby, we champions, baby. We got the trophies behind us. You feel me? Like, we're still going to win. So I would prefer a partnership, because a partnership ain't finna let the other person fall. Because when that person fall, you fall too when you're a partnership. You understand? You can't let the ship sink, because you're a partnership. Same thing with a union. Yeah, you're a union, but baby, they be broken easily. So both have a faulty breaking system. And of course, we're supposed to be and come together as one. That's a given. But I want to do my thing like a partnership, because we choosing. We don't have to choose. Ain't no paper going to force me to do it. I want to do it because you are my partner. Because when you win, I win. And when I win, you win. And we gang up on everybody else who is not a part of this duo partnership. You feel me? And that's how I kind of look at it.
I understand what you're saying. I think there's a fine line between the difference, but it different strokes for different folks. Whatever works for y'all.
Y'all know how this goes. Sometimes I have to be the advocate for the other side of the topic.
Yeah.
To give a different perspective. Because of course I can easily be like, okay, yeah, I'm with Shay, and then the conversation would have been done.
Right? No. I feel I get it. But
yeah,
for me, I feel like in marriage you got to be both. You got to be both. But in all, I want a union, and that's just my personal preference. I want a union.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I definitely want a union too.
Yeah,
I want a unionship.
I love it. Can she have a unionship? She can have that. I think so. Hey, they're not asking for much. You feel me?
Asking for much. God had told me to ask, and baby, I shall receive. So I just ask, and I will get.
All right. So now we can answer. Thank you so much, Robbie G, for that topic. All right. So Trill Talk earlier, before we jump off for the night, asked, what have we been doing for these last 2 weeks?
Shayla.
Last 2 weeks, I went out of town and to celebrate my friend Trey. He was on here earlier, or our friend Trey's birthday.
Yeah.
We went to California. We had I had a great time. Stayed at a great hotel across from the stadium. Catch, we ate at Catch. That's the only place I'm gonna mention, because I feel like it's the only place that was worthy enough to mention. But we had an amazing brunch. If y'all ever in LA and y'all can go and y'all have a little money to spend, don't play, because it's some coins, okay? But the food was amazing. The drinks was good. The vibes, definitely a picture-esque place. So
okay,
y'all come with the photos when y'all go. But it was really, really nice. It's called Catch. And then I flew to Vegas to visit my husband, and I had a
amazing, marvelous time.
Y'all see the highlight right here. I had a great time. And I was just leave it there. I had an amazing time. I really, really did. And I miss him already. And I feel like I want to go back on vacation and see him. But back to life. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. What's up? What you been doing, girl?
Child. I've been working
hard.
And preparing myself, getting ready for the new year. Again, some Octobers, if you go off my page in the years before, you will see me. I break sometimes in October due to, like I said, when we opened up this podcast, my mother's birthday is this Sunday. And of course, for those who don't know, I lost my mother when Flavor of Love aired on TV. So it's been some years since she passed. However, I still sometimes are, affected by her not being here when it's days like I want to celebrate her to the fullest.
Yeah.
And I can't celebrate her the way I would love to, just to get a reaction from her. And my twin brothers, who I also lost years ago, their birthdays are tomorrow. So the 14th and the 17th of October kind of takes up my entire October some years. And like I said, this is not the first year I disappear on social media in the month of October. And then sometimes some things just kind of like happen around the same time.
Yeah.
Which it kind of just all goes together and give me a perspective of life. And I get renewed on life and going into the next year, enjoying what I have, not worried about what I don't have, embracing what God has blessed me with, using all that I can to just live life to my individual life of fullness, knowing that I am successful when I complete certain things and go after things. And it's not the success that somebody else may think is successful. But for me and God, we get closer every year during this time. And some days I am boohooing on my face and I praise him like that. Some days I'm rapping like I do rap and, play my music in the car. Like I'm in the last 2 weeks, I've just been thinking about life, my music career too, being an independent artist, figuring out how that looks as a gospel independent artist compared to just a regular independent artist, because they could do a lot of things independent style that we can't do or not allowed to do or not received to do easily like other independent artists, i.e. starting like going to clubs and performing at a strip club. Like it's not more, I'm open to it, but it's not
widely
accepted, like on both sides of the spectrum.
Amen.
So it's just a little bit an extra level of challenge being a new independent gospel rap artist,
trying to break lanes in a way that other people have not.
Make ways for those who's gonna come after me. And I want to make I don't want to make the full blueprint, because I'm part of a blueprint that started too. So, but I do want to make some type of plan on the blueprint that was already there before me for the woman after me and the young girls after me and the young men after me. And it takes a lot of just being quiet and understanding my position, my gifts, staying authentic to myself. So October is always a renewal of just my mind. And as we know, believers, followers of Christ, we always have to renew our mind. So October is a renewal for me all the time. And it just be crazy how other things stack up on top of that really make me renew my mind. You feel me? So do strip clubs and bless those with real bodies. I kept...
I told you we got to proofread yours.
I forgot to proofread it before I said it.
We got to proofread Trill Talk, because Trill Talk be saying some stuff sometimes you be like, bruh, really?
But so that's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, and I'll probably do it again for the next week or two. But I will be highlighting my brothers and my mom this on my social media tomorrow and Sunday, and I'll be back when I come back and be ready to go ham, baby. I have not left. I am ready to take off, honey. My next single finna be ridiculous. And I don't even talk like that, but it will be. So yeah, so I just get myself together and get ready and renew my mind and get ready for the new year. And get ready to end the year too. So this is always October.
Oh, always. Yes, it is.
Always October.
She always has self-reflection around this time.
Yeah. And the beginning of the year too. Mm-hmm. So that's all. I want to thank you guys. Soldier Man said prayers up for my family. My family is very tiny, very small, but I thank you for that. They are resting well. They are not in this world with all this drama and vaccines and shots, and they are living it up there. You hear me? And I'm talking about majority of my family is not here. So I thank you for that. Lastly, they said, do we watch the NBA or follow the NBA? I'm trying to get better with doing the WNBA. I do follow them on all my social medias, and I want to support them better. And I want to get there because I almost thought I was gonna go before I got hurt. Believe it or not, another day, another topic. But tonight we're gonna end episode 120.
120, y'all. We want to thank y'all so much for joining. Y'all. And make sure again that y'all tell a friend if you have not subscribed. Turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss anything that we post. Please make sure that you do. Again, share. That's the greatest form of flattery and stuff that y'all can ever give us. A gratitude. It's just by sharing. Yeah. Again, this was episode 120, and we thank y'all for coming back with us. I know we've been gone for 2 weeks, but we trust
it's always worth it, y'all. We don't just be trying to leave just to leave. It's always a purpose behind it on why, so that way we could come back and give you guys the best show that we can, and have our focus on the show and the topics and not be somewhere else
mentally.
You know what I mean? So again, like Shay said, thank y'all for what?
That's Jason. Read that.
Jason on YouTube. Your brothers and mother lived through you. They are so proud of you.
See, why you did that to her on the way out? We trying to close.
I thank you. I thank you for that.
Well, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it for us. So thank y'all so much for joining. Again, we pray that y'all have a blessed week. We hope that we see y'all next week. And until that time, again, if y'all have any topics y'all want to talk about next week, feel free to DM us anything. Y'all know we check them, and we definitely love to hear y'all topics and things y'all want to talk about. That's why we do this live, because we don't have to do a live.
We don't have to do no live, y'all. We could be recording this on a Saturday night and put it up
and
on
just
social,
put it up. Yeah,
whenever we want
to have our own conversation,
like how everybody else do their podcast. But we feel like we want to always include y'all.
Yeah,
and y'all know this live is just for y'all, but tomorrow our podcast is for our regular podcast family, and we want to just shout out our podcast family all across the world. We have listeners everywhere. We have listeners in Canada, Australia, Africa, Europe, everywhere.
Yeah.
Jamaica, and I know I'm leaving so many people out, and there's little cities within these places that are listening. We see the numbers, we see y'all. So if you're still listening on the podcast right now, today on Thursday, or whatever day you're listening to it, we see y'all. We appreciate y'all for streaming our podcast. You may not catch the Wednesdays, and that's okay, but we do see the numbers of those who are listening only to the audio, and that's, I think, is dope.
It's very dope. Thank y'all.
Shout out to everybody from Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter.
Amen.
Everybody, and then of course our podcast people who are just audio. Man, thank y'all. Y'all ain't even looking at our faces. Y'all ain't seeing us going, making these faces. Y'all are just listening through some headphones to Brains and Beauty Times too, honey.
Yes.
And we appreciate everybody. So that is it. And that's all. Until next week, we are out. And thank y'all for the millionth time.
See y'all next week.
Wednesday, 8 p.m. ish. And for
heavy on the ish.
And for the podcast is Thursday morning ish.
Yes.
Yeah, they go up. And we out.
And we out this thing.
See y'all later.
Love y'all.
Good night, good morning, and good evening, podcast fam.
Bye.
Adios. Okay. See what you be doing.
Every time, brother. Every time. I already thought I did, but your own notifications.
Oh, sorry. Y'all still looking?